Hey there, YouTube. This is Dan the Friendly Fat Guy coming to you from my new awesome shooting location that I've managed to carve out in the house, which is also known as the corner of the kitchen. So I'm here and I've got something I really want to lay out to you guys. There's something that I was thinking about today, and it's nuts when you think about it. Historically, people have used mental illness, right, as ways to be able just to get rid of people they didn't want to deal with, or, ways to punish people, ways to separate them, right, when they weren't doing what they wanted them to do, when people weren't conforming to exactly the standard that was expected of them. I remember the story my grandmother, who was born in the 30s, used to tell that her parents, right, her dad would always threaten her mom and say, you know what, you better keep in line or I'm going to call the guys from county with the white coats and they're going to come take you away. And, my grandmother, being somebody who suffered from depression and who had definitely an independent streak, and for the age she was, not something that was expected, she was always very concerned about that. And so it's something that she grew up with, the fear of, oh my God, if I don't act how people expect me to act, that I'm going to get locked away. Did you know it wasn't until the 1970s that the diagnostic manual for psychiatry took away homosexuality as a mental illness? That's just how somebody is. I've got plenty of friends who are gay, lesbian, transgender, bisexual, and these people are still good people. But we look at the situation where if they were born 40 or 50 years before, they could have been locked away in an institution because they were, mentally ill. And that is so not the way we need to do things. So many people have so many strengths and so many good things about them that if we focused on those things instead of the things that are different, we would be able to get so much from each other and be able to learn so much and experience so much. But for some reason, we're not wired that way. When Dr. King said his speech, he said, I have a dream. Said, one day my 4 little children will live in a nation that will not judge them by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. And, that's before homosexuality, it was race. He believed in a time in the future that his children will be able just to be people and not black people. Now, am I saying that we should ignore our history and our race and how we feel and the differences between us? No. Those differences should be celebrated. We should be proud of our heritage and proud of who we are, proud of our family history. But at the same time, we should learn and going forward make a better place. I dream of a future where, there is no mental illness, where people just are how they are, where we use those labels of, major depression, bipolar, Asperger's, autism spectrum, where we take these things, diagnoses and different things, even sometimes even just, people say, oh, they're flighty, or they're dingy, or whatever. Take these things that make up who we are and learn how we are. And then once we learn how we are, show other people how we are. Because it's not that we can't all live together and do what's best for each other. It's that we have this idea that this is an illness. It's just how we're wired. It's part of us on a DNA genetic level, to where this is how our brains are wired. This is how our bodies are wired. This is how we are. And now, can we work on ourselves? Can we strive to become our best selves? Heck yeah, most definitely. And we should never stop doing that. The second we stop trying to be our best selves is when we start to die a little bit inside every day. But that doesn't mean that we shouldn't celebrate who we are. I would be a totally different person if I were not the friendly fat guy, if I didn't have the things I deal with, if I didn't have the depression that I've gone through, if I didn't have, the social difficulties that I've had, I wouldn't be the same me, right? And you know what? Most of the time when I go out in public, when I talk to people, I'm pretty friggin' comfortable being me. I may know I need to work on some things. I would like to be a little bit more observant when I'm talking to people. I would like to be a little bit more normal when I'm walking through a place. I hate the word normal, but sometimes everybody wants to be normal. I would like to be a healthier size. That doesn't mean that who I am now is bad. It just means that who I want to be could be even better. And, I challenge you, anybody that knows somebody with a mental illness, go up to them and don't treat them like a patient. Don't treat them with kid gloves. Treat them like a person. You're going to get a lot more out of them. I dream of a day when people are recognized as people. Doesn't matter what color they are, doesn't matter who they love or who they're attracted to. It doesn't matter, what or how, what kind of situation they have. Doesn't matter how much money they make. It doesn't matter how they're wired. It just matters that they're a person and they're a human and they love and they live and they die, and the individualness and the spirit that is them should be able to be honored for that. So many times in our lives we try to change the people around us just to make us more comfortable. You know what? Grow up. Because we shouldn't have to change the people around us for us to be more comfortable. We should be able to let their uniqueness and distinctiveness improve our lives and make us better people. Those of you people that are out there that say, oh, well, they need to get fixed and their brains are all wrong, blah, blah, blah. You know what? What they deal with has nothing to do with you. And, what they need from you is to be supportive of how they are. Because no matter what, at the end of the day, how you are right then and right there is you. And that's good enough for me. Alright, folks, this is Dan, the Friendly Fat Guy, coming to you again from my little corner of the kitchen, which I really like. And I will see everybody later.